I love when people just see a need and fill it. And I think sometimes we can think, well, I wish someone would do that for me. Let's like communicate. Tell someone that you need that. It's beautiful to have friends that are helping, that can help each other. So, for example, the other day I came back. I was driving back from Cleveland, and I was, yeah, unfortunately having a bad day and in the car for a lot of it, and it was rough. But friends here were looking after my other kids that weren't with me, and they were just so beautiful. And even when I got back, just asking how I was, they could see that I wasn't having a good day, but they're like, why don't the kids play here? Like, you go rest, and just so lovely and just taking care of me. And I go to walk home, and another neighbor comes out, and actually props to Cindy Welker, if you're watching. She reorganized all Matt's books, and it looks really good. So I don't know if you could see it on this live stream or not, but when you watch Pints with Aquinas, you'll see his shelves are like really put together nicely, and Cindy did that. But Cindy came out of her house as I'm walking home, and I'm like, I just need to go to bed. I just need to go to bed. And she's like, hey, I made food. Are you hungry? Do you want to eat? I have food ready to go. I was like I wasn't sure. And she's like, it's what was it? Eggplant noodles? It was some type of gluten-free noodle. It was all this healthy stuff. And she's like, it's perfect. Like, just come in and sit down. Let me feed you. And I was like, okay. And it was so great. I went, she's like, sit on the comfy chair. So I'm like sitting in her living room in a comfy chair, and she's bringing me this food. And all day I was in the car. So like I had an RX bar, I had carrot juice, I had like I think nuts and seeds and fruit. But like I didn't have real food. And it was just so beautiful that she just, I didn't tell her I needed it, but she looked at me and knew what I needed. She's like, I know what you need. She's also dealt with health stuff. And I think there's something to it when you remember where you've been at in your bad moments, and you're like, no, I'm going to serve you in this. How can I help? And it was just so beautiful. Like, she fed me, and then she was running around with her grandkids. And I don't even know if I thanked her, but I just went home. And I think I told her son or her husband, tell her thank you very much. And I went home. And it was great. I went home, brushed my teeth, crawled into bed, went to bed. And I think it was probably like 5 p.m. and I didn't wake up till late the next morning. But it was just so amazing to be so loved, And I think talking to people and telling them where you're at, and it is good. I have another friend here, Steubenville Missions are doing these, they're just basically serving people in the area that need help. And I just love it. Like, they're seeing a need and filling it. So they've been at a professor's house whose wife's big pregnant, painting walls and just making their house more beautiful and doing things that, sure, they technically can do on their own, but they're not in a spot where they can really do that because they have little kids and she's big pregnant. And I love when people just see a need and fill it. And I think sometimes we can think, well, I wish someone would do that for me. Let's like communicate. Tell someone that you need that. In relationships, like, it's really important that we communicate with one another.